Hi everybody, this is Pam with our weekly art journal challenge, and this week's scripture is Matthew 28:20. I am with you always to the end of the age. And the three prompts this week are layers, transition, and paper. Layers, transition, and paper. So those are pretty broad. That should be sort of easy once you get an idea. So I'm going to turn the camera off and think about it, figure out what I'm going to do. Okay, I am back. My dog's over there making all kinds of noise. Okay, so I did gesso on this because I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I think I'm going to paint this white over here, and then I'm going to do paper for my transition from different colors. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Paint my white. I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving. And oops, ours was nice and quiet. And you know, as I said, we were gonna stay home and just have a small dinner. So I'm all excited because I've had an air fryer for a long time. I always do this. I'll buy these appliances and then I don't use them for years. I had a food processor for like 20 years. My husband bought it for me for Christmas one year, and I didn't use it for like 20 years because in my mind, it just meant a lot of cleanup and extra work, and so I would just do everything manually. And then one day I decided to give it a try, and I was like, oh my goodness, why didn't I try this before? So that's just kind of how I am with new appliances. So I got an air fryer because I got all excited about everybody else being excited about them. So I thought, oh, I got to get one. So I got one, and then I don't know, I think we heated up pizza with it or something. And so I forgot about it because, you know, it goes back on a shelf and you kind of forget you have it. But anyway, I finally got it out and started using it a while back, and oh my goodness, I just fried chicken thighs in the air fryer for Thanksgiving because I didn't really want turkey. And recently we've gotten on this big health kick. And one of the books I've been reading is Dr. Lee's book called Eat to Beat Disease. And he says that there's a chemical in dark meat chicken that is really, really good for you. And so he says you should eat dark meat chicken, which I've never liked, I thought. But we started eating it, and we found out that we really do like it. It is a lot more moist. And I don't know, that was an easy transition for us. So we did chicken thighs in the air fryer, and oh my goodness, it was so easy, and they were so good. The chicken skin was still on. It's in bone with the skin, and the skin fried up very crisp and had seasoning on it. It was really good. So used me air fryer finally, and actually I've used it lately for a number of things, and it's really handy. So you guys are probably going, yeah, we figured that out 5 years ago, but I'm always a little slow on things like that. We are trying to get out away from sugar and away from processed foods and gluten. And I need to lose weight, and so I'm trying to do a diet, or whatever you want to call it. A lifestyle change, as they say. You have to change your lifestyle. So I'm going to try Isabel Price's, it's a Christian diet plan, sort of. She's a Christian, and so she has a lot of Christian wording with her plan. And so I'm going to do that with a friend starting on Monday. So I will let you know how that goes. But the main thing I'm doing is the Dr. Caroline Leaf book, Switch on Your Brain. And she says you can do brain surgery on yourself by just concentrating on, like, get rid of a toxic thought and think on a good thought. So for me, A toxic thought that I have had forever is I can't lose weight. I've thought it and thought it and thought it, said it and said it and said it. And so I started, you basically, in a nutshell, you spend like 10 minutes a day concentrating on your whole situation around that thought. So I think about, food changes, and I just keep telling myself over and over, I can eat healthy, I can lose weight, all of that. For 10 minutes a day, she says, you do that. And so I started doing that, and I did lose 6 pounds just kind of right off the bat. So I do think that's a good thing, because also found is I'm not craving Coke. I love Coke. I've always loved Coke, but I also was telling myself Coke is terrible, it's chemicals, it's bad for you, so on and so forth. And I have been making healthy choices. We went out and I got steamed vegetables instead of French fries, and I went to one of my groups and didn't eat the desserts. Didn't even feel tempted by the desserts, and that is just not like me at all. So I do think Caroline Leaf's book is great. It's kind of hard to read. I'm not going to lie. I had a hard time because there's a lot of sciencey stuff in it. So I tried skimming it to get to her plan, in the back, and I found that didn't work for me. I had to go back, and I just very slowly went through it, and I took notes as I went and just made myself pay attention to it. So it took me about a month to get through it and like write down notes so that I can go back to my notes and read them and know what the book said. So anyway, it's a really good deal. Okay, enough about that. So I'm letting my paint dry, and then I'm going to, I guess I could go ahead and start. And I think I'm going to use my matte gel to glue my paper on. And so what I want to do, okay, so I want to end with like black and then transition to white, because it says, I am with you always to the end of the age. So it's going to kind of symbolize the end of the age and then Jesus when he comes back. So I want it to go from, I think red, oranges and reds maybe, to a darker and darker till it gets to black. So I'm going to take my scraps, which I have separated by color, and start to glue those on. Actually, I think I better start from the light side. So maybe just begin to pull out. Okay, all right, I've got my paper layers, my transition. So now I'm just going to letter the verse over here. Okay, that is it. I'm done. So I got all of them. I got the layers, the transition, and the paper. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I hope you have fun doing yours, and I will see you on the next challenge. Bye-bye.